So what you gonna do? Stop playing with the pain. No. If you gonna do it, then don't play with it. Exactly.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Rams taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bears standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
Well, it's not unusual for a team to have a little bit of a letdown after appearing in the Super Bowl. And the Rams had that Super Bowl letdown after their loss in Super Bowl 53 to New England. But it might surprise people that quarterback Jared Goff still finished third in the NFL in passing yards at better than 4,600. They just want to see him cut down on the number of interceptions he threw last year, and they think the Rams can elevate their offense yet again.
Now a first down throw. Goff will get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun. Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds.
Goff's pass complete.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
2nd and 9.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. He's got a first down, much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
1 yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
2-yard pickup.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. To convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player you threw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jaron Reed forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but work still to do now on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on 3rd down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
28-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Seahawks, nothing.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
That ties the game at 3-3.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily.
He'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, Brown will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Rams 6.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Man, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
And he's into the clear. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 81 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there. And that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Malcolm Brown and the Rams offense about set to begin their next drive. On first down, it's gone. Throw left side to Reynolds. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Goff. Got a man. It's Brown.
Goff's pass.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. When you're under a minute to go here in the half, field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. We got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
10 at the 11-yard line.
On 1st down, Goff. It's caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff, because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
5-yard line.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
First and 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action. Now Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll run with Penny. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
Wilson. David Moore, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensive.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
And he puts it through. A 10-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Rams 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Seattle.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Goff fakes the give to Brown. He'll throw. Out of the backfield, he's got Malcolm Brown. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
And 4.
Throwing again is Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jordan Brooks in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack the screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a one-possession lead, looking to expand that now. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He's got Lockett, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
First and 10.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
First and 10.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run it again with Penny, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
It's caught, Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson wants to throw it. It's caught at the 7. And he'll be brought down. That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Here's Wilson, and this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated and by the time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
But when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche, I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Goff on first down. Pass incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And it's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. Again, he targets Kupp, and this time he's got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there, Goff to Kupp, 43 yards. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The 16-yard line.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Seahawks 24, Rams 16.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Today's final score.
Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Seahawks,